Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam Bilsing and this is Dirty Bandana Music, and today we're doing an unboxing of sorts on several Big Fat Snare Drum products. Now these are some accessories that have become very popular over the past few years, and this is what they look like. This is what we're talking about. Big Fat Snare Drum. They're like an overblown version of the old sort of muffly rings that we used to use, like, so you know, you can still use them. Like these guys, which are sort of all over my studio. And normally we'd put those on a snare drum or a floor tom to kind of control the ringing overtones a little bit and get us more towards a focused, drier sound. And then I first saw these things probably like, I don't know, 2014, 2015, a long time ago at the Nashville Drum Show. This is where I got my first set. I walked up to their booth and I had never seen anything like this before. And when I saw what they were doing with them and heard them on some snare drums, I gave them my money immediately. And the first thing I got was this starter pack, which came with these two. This one with a big hole in it, and this one that's sort of solid throughout. And they both muffle different amounts, so we're gonna sort of exhibit those in a little bit here. But recently, I added to my Big Fat Snare Drum collection because they've expanded as well. I got one of these that's got some tambourines built into it. My plan is to use this on my second snare drum, the side snare. And I also got one of these, which is essentially a different amount of muffling from the old original one that I had. It's a little bit thinner around the outside. So what I had been doing up until now was I had sort of this classic one on my first snare drum. Had this big one that's all full in the center on my floor tom. And then my plan was to put the jangly one on my side snare. But this one, I want to see how these all sound with the floor tom, trying them all out differently. And I may be rotating a few of these. So let's open these up. They're pretty simple on opening, unboxing. It's just that's all that's in there. I'm pretty excited about this one with the jangles. Okay, so let's just do some examples. I've got the kit mic'd up. I want to sort of show you what it sounds like before and after we put the muffles on there. So, Big Fat Snare Drum, side snare. This is the side snare, wide open, nothing on it, tuned kind of deep and throaty, not as deep as it could be, but in comparison to my main snare. So that's where we're starting. Let's put the jangles on this thing. Okay, first reaction. I love how much it mutes. I feel like I gotta really get into it to get the jangles. But they're there. It's pretty cool, actually. I like how the tambourines don't overpower it. It doesn't sound like I've got a whole stack of janitor's keys on there. But it gives it a little something, you know? Everybody wants a weird snare drum sound these days. That's what we're all up to. Especially for the side snare. Okay, so I like that pretty well. I'm probably gonna leave that there. Now this is the main snare drum, wide open. Ping, right? Real pingy. It's not terrible, but it's very much open. So this is the classic, thicker. I really like that thing. Like, there's a chance that I'm gonna change to the thinner one because this really muffles it a fair amount. I love that sound though. Okay, so that's the original. Let's try out this new one. It's a little bit thinner. Man, I love these things. I like this one better on my main snare. I feel like I have more I feel like I have more sensitivity and more crack, like it's cutting. Okay, I dig that. Let's leave that there for now. Now, floor tom. This is tuned pretty open. Right? Long, big sound. So I had been using this one, the solid ring, and really I had been liking that pretty well. It's nice. If I really lay into it, it's vibrating a little though, like some air is trying to escape. So let's see, we're gonna put the original on here that I had on my snare drum before. Yeah. Yeah, no more flutter. It's totally gone because there's a hole in the middle of it and it's not creating an air pocket in between the Big Fat Snare Drum and the drum head. That is awesome. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, so essentially what that means is, this is probably how I'm gonna roll for a little bit. I don't have one on my rack tom right now. Don't feel like I need it. I feel like those are comparable resonance. Comparable. So, yeah, I think this is what we're gonna go with. I've got this new one that I just got, a little thinner on the outside on my main snare. I've got the tambourine one, the very thick tambourine one on my side snare. I like that, sounds like a box. That's cool. And then I've got the original, super original Big Fat Snare Drum on the floor tom. This is roughly how it sounds in context. I dig them. I think you're gonna like them too. They don't cost that much. Check out the links in the description below. I'll show you where to get them. Pick some up and dig your new snare sounds. That's it for today. I'd like to thank my friends over at Red 11 Media for producing this video along with all the rest of the content on my YouTube channel. You can follow me on Instagram at Dirty Bandana, and you can get all the details for everything I'm up to on my website at dirtybandana.com. That's it for now. We'll see y'all next time.